Welcome everyone to Awesome Truth, a wrestling book club. I'm your host, Steve Semino. With me as always is my co-host, Walt Schwenk. Hey, Walters.
Hello, Steven. How's it going?
My friend, it is going very well. We are back on Awesome Truth, and today, Walt, we are watching along with another very recent match. Honestly, extremely recent, about as recent as it gets. But we were scrambling for something to do. We said, what are we going to talk about on this new episode of Awesome Truth? Well, how about this crazy title change that took place on a show neither one of us watched, for a promotion we also do not watch? And so here we are talking about Cody versus Gunther versus Sami Zayn from Night of Champions 2026.
It was quote unquote crazy, I think.
Yeah. Crazy in that I got one text from friend to show Matt Rice saying, "Do you see that?" And I said, "No." And I watched the clip and I said, "Cool." And then I went about living my life until we decided to do it. So I guess that's a reason to watch something on the show. But maybe it's good. I mean, these are three good performers, right? So I guess we'll see if they put on a good match.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. Fresh. I mean, I know what happens, but I'm excited because it's new and it's not Hulk Hogan.
Sometimes WWE divorced from context can be very enjoyable. You know, like I don't need to know how we got here. Like I don't need any of that bullshit. Just give me three wrestlers doing wrestling. That's, relatively fine with me. So
look at us being topical.
That's right.
Top of mind.
We're not watching some shitty Bloodline reunion or anything like that, which is, I think, the other half of what's going on WWE these days. So that sounds bad. I don't like that, but I do like this in theory. So
yeah, we'll see. I mean, the headline's interesting, but we'll see if the execution is. And we'll talk about, I guess, our current sentiments of Sami and Cody and Baby Goons.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Baby Goons.
All right, well, we're skipping the intros because they're very long. So if you have access to this match on various channels, you may or may not. We're starting right when the big belt logo basically comes up to the screen. So it's pretty close to the bell. We're going from Cody to the big belt, and then we'll go from there. So try and sync up as best you can. Are you ready, Walt?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Night of Champions. Sorry, we didn't do a plan there.
That's okay. I also realized that I think I downloaded a version without sound. So
yeah, that's okay. We'll guess what the crowd sound is like, and we'll make sure the version that goes out to all of you has sound. So hopefully, or we won't. We'll see. I don't know what kind of production time we have on this one, but so this is a match. From my understanding, Walt, this match took place. It was originally just Cody versus Baby Goons. And Sami was added at relatively the last second, which I think everyone found interesting because they're like, why do that? Or is this a chance to sort of get Sami a sort of fun pop-up win? So I think that the people's ears certainly perked up when Sami was involved, especially because, I don't know the whole geopolitical backstory behind it, but the thing I know for certain is for a while there, Sami would not go to the Saudi Arabia events. And now Sami is headlining a Saudi Arabia event. So that's certainly interesting. I think he was enthusiastic and they're enthusiastic, meaning the crowd, so that's good. But I don't totally understand the ins and outs of all that. His Syrian heritage, obviously, he has some relation to the Middle East. But I think that Saudi Arabia and Syria had fraught tensions and perhaps still do. But I guess, all is well when you're at the top of the card and when you're getting paid, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, So what you missed if you just cut to the bell or what we described as the giant belt graphic is Sami coming out in a traditional Middle Eastern I don't know what the clothing is called, but
nor do I.
Yeah, but that kind of get up.
Like if you watch Indiana Jones, basically what everyone is wearing, all the extras are wearing.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect cultural comparison.
For Raiders of the Lost Ark in particular.
Yes. So I guess he's Saudi Arabia's champion now, which
he's a man of the people. Don't ask which people exactly or how that came to be, but that certainly does seem to be the energy here.
Yeah, I guess Mansoor was busy So his name
Whereas,
Mansoor?
I think we lost Mansoor, right? I think Mansoor is no longer with us.
No, he's definitely not with the company.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
just somewhere else. He's not dead. He's just elsewhere.
Yeah. So good for Sammy to fill in that void of Mansoor.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia needs a champion.
Oh, I mean, a
And-
wrestling trope older than time itself, which is ethnic background playing a role in success or failure of character, or perception at the very least of character. So, if a friend of the show, Keith Elliott Greenberg, was here, I'm sure he'd have much to add there on the topic of, ethnic
Of
representation
course.
in wrestling, or specifically fake ethnic representation, also being more prominent than anything else. Pretending like somebody is from somewhere to garner a reaction.
Yeah. But in this case, he seems to be the crowd favorite, despite the fact that he's now kind of a lukewarm heel.
Yeah,
So
that was
that's
what
what's
confused
happening.
me. I sent that text to Matt when he told me. That's the other thing I did ask him. I was like, "Is Sammy a good guy now?" Because it always seemed like the opportune time to have Sammy win the belt would be when he's a babyface. Even though he's a very good heel, but it just seemed like it'd be great to have a huge babyface explosion moment. Everyone wanted it from the Roman match at a Limb Chamber. Is that right?
Yeah, that was like 2 or 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah, which would have been great because it was in Montreal. He's Canadian by birth, so that was also looked at as like, if you are going to give Sammy a win, which no one really thought they were going to do, but it would have been very cool to do it in Canada,
Right.
I guess the next best thing was Saudi Arabia.
Right. Which is fine. I mean, great. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Like, he's gonna. We'll get to this later, but it's hard to watch this without knowing. Again, you said we know what happens without talking about it. I don't get the sense that he is perhaps going to break any sort of Bruno Sammartino style records, in terms of title reign. So I've already heard it compared to like Darby's reign in AEW, where it's like
I was just about to bring that up.
I wouldn't be surprised if he loses it like tonight or Friday or something like that. That also seems very likely. So
Yeah, and like, sure.
Whatever.
I don't know. Here's the thing: is they weren't gonna really build this guy up to be like a Rumble winner, like this is his moment kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think this is a fine version of it. I mean, in theory, I haven't seen. Again, this is the first I'm seeing as Cody is doing his thing, and
honestly, Cody
don't
looking
even
like
know what that is.
I feel like Cody could use a little time off. He's looking a little doughy. He's got some Sammy doughiness going.
Yeah, well,
I know he's getting a little old these days, but and he still looks fine. But I just know he's been burning the candle at both ends for years now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Baby Goons is looking pretty freaking trim.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing a lot of people thought they were going to do is give Baby Goons, a dominant heel champion run, which they do not seem to have done yet. Or I guess did he have the other belt? I can't keep track of who has what belt. There's so many.
He had the other.
He had the Seth or the Raw belt, I guess it is, which Roman has now.
Oh yeah, I
Punk
guess
had
Roman
it.
has the It's
Roman's
hard to tell which one's undisputed.
Yeah,
Which one's.
I'm so out of touch now because I think things are just sort of I think Roman was on SmackDown, but he won the Raw belt. I think it's all just whatever works in the moment.
Yeah, right.
Which again is why Sammy winning. Who cares? Because what is this like? We're through the Roman reign was like a very stabilizing presence, and obviously the bloodline angle was huge, and they did such a good job with that. But since that's been over, and certainly since Cody won, which was exciting and great, but now I feel like things are just sort of very haphazard. And if that's the case, then just lean into the haphazardness. Don't be so special about everything.
Yeah. I mean, also too, this kind of, if they are building up Cody, and that is their guy, quote unquote, maybe this is a way to kind of give him, multiple title reigns or whatever, to kind of Ric Flair, stack his, get his stats up effectively.
Yep. Yeah.
So
why not? No one they're the only ones who care about that stuff anymore. I feel like most people really do not care. I think AEW's had a lot of success lately with hot-shotting the belt all over the place. It gives you a lot of exciting moments. And if you have a deep bench of main event talent, which maybe WWE really doesn't, you know. But if you get the best way to sort of cultivate that and without being and make it somewhat organic is like do the exciting things and mix it up and make it feel like people can win the belt at a moment's notice, you know. Like that's an exciting way to do things if you do it right.
Yeah.
Oh, Cody's doing a little dusty dance. Oh. And he got Blue Thunder Bomb. Are we in sync or are we not in sync?
Uh-oh. What are you seeing now?
I saw Blue Thunder Bomb. Did you see that?
Did I? I think I just saw the. Am I seeing the Haluva's coming up?
Yeah, I think so. You might be ahead of me, actually.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. We didn't coordinate. He's getting the crowd pumped for the Haluvas.
Good news is he doesn't quite hit it, so you didn't miss.
Well, fortunately, we're not going blow by blow. Exactly. Oh, baby goons. Yeah, I'm so disengaged from, like, I cannot imagine a universe where I watch this weekly show. I just had Netflix for a month because obviously we did the Hulk Hogan documentary available in our archives, awesometruth.libsyn.com.
Obviously.
And I wanted to watch it. I was like, I'll pay the $7 for the advertisement tier, and I'll watch the Hogan thing on, my big TV. And I didn't, for one, I was never crossed my mind to watch Raw as well. That would have been a psychotic thing to think. I would have checked myself into a clinic if I'd had that thought.
Yeah. Cannot stress enough that I do not watch this shit on week-to-week basis.
But, I don't watch AEW either, but I will seek out matches or open HBO Max or something if I hear something really cool has happened or a great match or something like that. Like, I'll watch one-offs every now and then, and this is in a similar vein where it's like, I'm curious to see what we do here, So far, it seems to be a pretty typical WWE three-way where someone's outside of the ring at all times.
It sure does.
And there's Sami doing some heel shit. Is he an opportunistic or is he a bad guy? I guess those are the questions we must ask ourselves.
I mean, and from what I understand, they've been doing a very slow turn with Sami. He's, he had a Trick Williams thing around WrestleMania time.
And he was a bad guy in that, right? Or at least he was badish.
Yeah, I mean, Trick was also kind of heelish, but like people loved him and were booing Sami, and I guess that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Sami's been very good. I remember when he came up in NXT, he was such a white meat babyface that it just seemed like, if they commit to this, they're gonna strike gold. And then instead they made him a heel, and it worked out so well because he's just such a sniveling little jerk when he wants to be, And he's been great at going back and forth. Like he's one of when he turns, he makes it feel pretty organic, which is, everyone always jokes about Big Show and other people that can be turned on a whim for various reasons. When Sami does it, they seem to do a good job with it. He does a good job in, that was such a weird Gunther backsplash stuff.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt your flow, but that was the weirdest pin breakup. Just land on him, bro.
Look at Baby Goons, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that Gunther has at least settled into being like, a title contender. Ooh, that was really nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're ahead of me.
I definitely am ahead, by the way.
Yeah. If you want to try and manually sync it back up, you're.
I am trying to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done a good job with Gunther too. Like this is the thing. Like when I talk about not watching the show, I rarely have like contempt for any of these characters or performers.
Yeah.
I'm like they're fine. Like I like Sami a lot. I like Gunther. I like Cody. Like. I don't really like Seth, but that's not. I don't not watch the show because of Seth. Like Roman, I'm indifferent towards. Punk, I'm indifferent towards. But like for the most part, I respect and enjoy most of their work. I'm just sure as hell not watching their goddamn TV show.
Yeah, is this the place where we talk about whether or not Punk is gone now?
Oh yeah, I mean,
is that a different podcast?
He still is not. So as far as I'm vaguely aware of this, he's just been gone since Mania.
Yeah.
And I think people are rumoring, correct me again if I'm wrong here, that he's one of the people they were like, you need to take a pay cut. And that's part of the issue, perhaps?
Yeah. Yes, I think you're right.
Because they probably paid him so much money coming back from, post AEW, obviously on the return there. That was a huge return. I imagine he got paid as much as anybody not named Roman Reigns. So perhaps.
Who also is taking a pay cut, apparently.
Oh, really? Wow.
Or someone, or maybe? I don't know.
That's speculated though.
Yeah, that he was also asked to because that makes sense though because he doesn't do well with the dates.
He works very few dates, which I mean, get the Nash Hall Hogan deal if you can though. You know, like who gives a shit about dates at this point? Like if you're a draw, you're a draw. But also, like you said, if he's down to take a pay cut because it's like I want to work 10 times a year, well, that still is a pretty good deal, all told, per appearance. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever
also,
he's getting is probably very healthy. And he's got Street Fighter coming out. Like he's got a whole, I guess, acting career. I don't know what his ceiling is there as an actor, but he's making movies. So,
I mean, I guess when you're making, I mean, he's rumored to make like 10 million a year. It's like when you're making that much money, it's like 5, 10, 7. Like I don't know. Like if you have other means of income, then I guess whatever.
And if they're if they're truly like you must take a pay cut or you ain't gonna be on TV anymore. If they're taking a hard line like that, what's your other option? Go to AEW? Like Roman Reigns is not going to AEW. You know.
That being said, what point is it that like TKO and loses the leverage? It's like what if Roman says, okay, fine, then I won't wrestle.
Yeah.
Like then what do you do? All right, tournament time. It's like what is it? Like, how is that going to help sell anything?
Because, like, look at that. You know, we talked about this on our, Mania episode available in the archives. So look at Cody and Sami. Like this, I always, struggle to do moves on table spots. Those are always fun. Oh, man. Man, he got air on that. Jeez.
Okay. So I think
we're good. Yeah, Cody just flipped Sami into the air, and he went very high, and it was very cool.
Yeah, that is quite the backdrop to land on a bunch of, iPads. And not a wrestling ring. Although, to be fair, I don't know if the wrestling ring is, that much better.
Yeah, I really don't know. But, yeah, I mean, like we said in talking about Roman and Punk, it's not like they have someone waiting in the wings to fill that role. So, Roman should feel like he has a lot of leverage there, because if Roman's not on that that Mania card, that's a real sad card. And it already was pretty bad, So, he is there. He's their star. Capital S, no doubt about it right now. So,
yeah.
But hey, if he took a cut and he feels good about it, I guess good for him. So, gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, I might be completely wrong too.
Maybe
he made more money for all I know.
But the Punk thing certainly is. It does not seem like there's any reason to keep him off TV for the last 3 months.
Oh, and also, so in our Punk Reigns pay cut rant, we missed a Baby Goon's powerbomb through the table.
Yep.
And then Cody kind of falling on some production hand in shorts and his shirt was all disheveled. He just fell on this guy's lower back. It was kind of weird. Sorry.
Now Baby Goon's doing a nice sleeper. Got it locked in.
Yep.
Love a good sleeper.
The movie does now.
Yeah. Baby Goon's also one of the best. He has lots of finishers. I love that,
Yeah. Also, Baby Goons and Sami have history too, so kind of.
Sure.
I guess I don't know if they played up on that, but that it feels like it was more Cody and Sami. But Baby Goons and Sami definitely have a background.
It does, yeah. In describing it that was good.
Yeah.
That was a great shot. Having Gunther out of camera and out of frame until he gets the sleeper back on.
Yeah. Yeah, because why wouldn't you just put the sleever back on? You still have the position.
Yeah, and you weren't hurt that bad. You just got maybe the wind knocked out of you at that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Do it again. Do the move that worked. Do it again.
This is good so far. I enjoy this. This is high quality PLE. Oh, this is great too. I mean, come on. If you're gonna do the guy outside thing, at least have it. They're at least. If they're doing the guy outside thing, but every 2 minutes the guy outside is getting involved,
Yeah.
Which is good. Don't do the guy outside thing where the guy is unconscious for 10 minutes. That is less satisfying.
It feels more dynamic when, the guy outside is interrupting almost immediately.
And delay and stepping in to stop pinfalls. This is what the guy outside should be doing. No. If you get the pinfall, I'm out of this. So my whole thing here is just make sure the match doesn't end.
Yeah, now if Sami was still down from that back body drop over onto the table, I would understand that because that's a pretty devastating move.
That's true. That's a good point. If it's something that big a deal, we would allow it a little bit. But
there was enough time to justify him being out for a little bit.
I will say Sami has not the most fit wrestler in the world appearance-wise, but like he is very strong for a guy who does not look that strong, you know?
Yeah.
Like he does stuff like throw Gunther around. And, like I know obviously he's not picking him up solely on his own, but like he does not like it's like there are guys his size that I feel like do not have that much strength, you know?
I mean, I think wrestlers just deceivingly are very strong humans.
Yeah, I know.
You know
But
what
still,
I
I
mean?
just like Sammy's just so lacks definition, you know? Like he gives hope to not that I'm ever gonna make my squared circle debut anytime soon, but like for someone with a Sami Zayn-esque physique at best, I
Oh
mean,
man.
it is it's like wow, well, I guess I could have been Sami Zayn in another universe, you know? That was my
Yeah.
ceiling, but that's the at least I would have that ceiling, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like people growing up on Mick Foley. He was never a body guy, but he was probably deceivingly extremely strong for the kind of person he was.
For sure. He was definitely lifting weights and stuff, you know? He just wasn't
Yeah.
like doing cardio or eating well, but
Sure.
he definitely, I'm sure he was very strong.
Oh.
Ooh. Okada clothesline. Kind of.
God, that Cody cutter is so sloppy.
I know. So many, really not a move I like, but
Yeah.
the guy has to stand there for so long, too, before he gets Cody cut.
Yeah.
Up.
Oh boy.
There we go. Stuff's happening. I assume the crowd's
Oh,
going wild. We
Sleeper.
can't hear it, but they got to be going wild. Right?
Oh.
Oh. The fun thing now is knowing that he's going to win and be like, okay, when are they going to do it? I know how the final. I think this might be leading into the ending. No, I think it's something else. But yeah, I like trying to figure out when they're actually going to pull the trigger.
What?
There it is. That's great. It's one
I
thing
like a good catch 'em.
Yeah, the thing I remember saying too. The other thing I said to a friend of the show, Matt Rice, is like that was clean as a whistle. You know, it was just wrestling,
Yeah.
which is great.
It's like the most Bret Hart finish I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly, and not even like Baby Goonts beats the shit out of Cody and Sammy steals the pin. You know, which is another option they could certainly do, especially if it's a surprise title win. Like it's very easy to fall back on that and say, well, it was Gunther's win that Sammy stole. It's like no. Sammy won the match. You know, it was a kerfluffle, but Sammy won the three-way match, clean as can be. So
He pins the champion.
yeah, he pinned the champion, and it wasn't because Gunther did 3 power bombs in a row. It was just Sammy did a cool move.
That's why elimination matches would make more sense than
I know,
just
especially for the
shingle
belt.
fall.
You know,
Yeah.
it's why ECW was great, and like no one else ever does it that way. But you know, it's whatever at this point. This allows you, this kind of match allows you this kind of ending, though. You know.
Yeah, true.
Otherwise, it's like Sammy has to Daniel Bryan his way through his 2 foes, which is its own story, but for whatever reason, not one WWE loves to tell in their main events, you know?
So, where do you think Sammy goes from here? Does he stay a heel? I feel like it's going to be hard for him to be booed at this point.
How far away is SummerSlam? Is it August or September? It's got to be August now, right? Because September's not the summer, so.
It's the party of the summer.
Yeah, so I assume it's August, right?
Late August, I would assume.
And I believe the King of the Ring gets a title shot, so Obafemi won King of the Ring, so I guess he's going to face... See, that's the thing, but like I don't know what you do with that thing, because he's not going to face Sammy. Is he going to face Roman? But I heard Roman's going to face Seth. Which...
Then
God,
he would
another
face
match we've
Sammy,
seen
then...
8 million times. Like, I don't know. I've also heard, have you heard the Lesnar rumor?
What, that he's
They're
going
gonna feed Sammy to Lesnar, and then Femi's gonna face Lesnar and beat Lesnar for the title.
That would make sense.
It would. I mean, it is. If you're gonna actually try and get buys on SummerSlam, what matches do you have besides? Seth Roman is like a big match, I guess, that we've seen 50 times, but it is a thing you can do. And I guess I guess with the bloodline element, there's something you can do there, I guess. And then, even though they've literally done that, I'm sure 3 times before, literally involving the bloodline. And then I guess Sammy just has no place in, although there is a world where Sammy does have a spot there because you already have your capital M main event. You got Roman Seth to sell tickets. You could, I guess, in theory, have Sammy do something else slightly lower on the card, but it doesn't feel like a thing they're going to do, right?
Wow, I didn't know about half those rumors that you just cited, so
Yeah.
now I really have no idea what they do.
I mean,
That might be so lame they just defended Lesnar though. Like haven't we done that before?
I know.
Like,
I feel
what
like
are
they've
we
done that
doing?
exact. They did it with Kofi. Like it's just a thing they do, and like hey, you got your big cool win. Anyway, let's wipe that right off the map.
With Lesnar, no less. I mean,
And then you're
what a
taking Cody out of the
meme.
story. Like the obvious return here should be Cody gets involved because Cody lost his belt, and Gunther's like, you have clear rematch options here. Many of them, they'll probably be very good matches. So you don't have to just send him home. I'm not saying he needs to hold it for again till the end of the year, even, but like it'd be nice to get him to SummerSlam with the belt, and then like 2 months. That's about how long Darby had it, like a month or two. Like
Yeah.
you can have a bunch of fun matches where he's a fighting champion, and then it's just I hope they would do that a little bit. If Lesnar shows up on Friday and murks him, my interest will once again go back to negative amounts of interest.
Sure. I mean, we're already kind of hovering around negative interest as it is.
But at least we did this. At least we've cared enough to do this. Like I will not spend any seconds in August doing a Seth Roman watch along or a Obi or Oba Lesnar watch along. No, thank you.
I mean, how soon? Like, so to my original question with like, where does Sammy go? It's like, how soon do we get a "You deserve it" chant on? I guess Monday, or what does he do? Is he only on Fridays? Like, what's happening?
I mean, he's the champ. The champ should in theory be allowed to go wherever he or she wants, right? But
yeah,
I don't know. If they, I don't know. It's this is the one thing where I have no idea. Like when it actually boils down to it, I have no fucking idea because I don't watch the show. So
yeah, I don't know.
And this they do things like this a decent amount, not all the time, but like maybe once a year. And it's hard to not see it as like throwing a bone to internet fans, to their hardcore, or not even internet fans, because everyone's an internet fan, but like they're more loyal fan base, saying, hey, here's a Sammy win, isn't that great? Anyway, back to some headliner bullshit for SummerSlam, like
Right.
this can happen on Night of Champions, this can happen on a small scale thing, but when push comes to shove, when we got one of the big two coming up, we're going to clear the slate and put the stars back on the table.
Back to your regularly scheduled bullshit.
Yeah, that no one cares about, but they've convinced themselves is, better and a higher draw, which is sure, whatever.
Speaking of back to your regularly scheduled bullshit, we needed some non-watch along content to come up. So maybe there's a Sammy doc out there. I don't know.
There's lots of books that we need to read too. So I mean, all of our fans, I'm sure, are aware. There's an Italia book. There's the Ronda Rousey book. There's a lot of shit we need to pile. Honestly, we should probably do we should probably do a chunk of the Rousey book next. So be my vote.
Oh, okay. So February.
Let's commit to that right now. Are we committing to reading the second, or the only chapter? Let's go to the index and find WWE, and then only read the sections that are assigned to WWE.
I'm 1,000% in on that. I think that would be the quickest read in the world.
Yes. And I'll tell you right now, I'm taking out from the library. I'm not spending a cent on that book, and I'm only reading the sections that we are, forced by law to read by podcast law.
And then another Ronda watch along.
Yeah.
Ronda month. Ronda Rousey September or August.
Yes.
February Ronda made more sense for us.
February Ronda that was pretty good. But we'll do what we can with what we have, right?
February Rousey in August.
Yeah. Well, what's your final thought on that? Was that I think that was a pleasant match that I'm happy I watched after the fact. In the style in which we watched it.
It was a great excuse to watch some modern day wrestling that didn't make me roll my eyes.
Yeah, and good for Sammy. It was a great moment. Like we said, even if they were to take the belt from him tonight, as of this recording, which would be very funny if we put this out in 2 days and still we get scooped by Raw. But whatever, you can't take that moment away. It's very cool, and good for him for getting. I always figured they'd find a fun way to give him the belt. I wish it would be not exactly how I want it to go down, but at the end of the day, objectively, he won a world title, and that's pretty neat. So
yeah, it was great to see a wrestler that people beloved at one point and possibly still get his time to shine.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Well, if you want to hear more watch alongs, recent matches, old matches, book talk, all that stuff, you can find our archives at awesometruth.libsyn.com. For episodes old and new, you can also subscribe to us everywhere podcasts are delivered: Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We are everywhere. And stay tuned because, as we committed to, we are doing a chunk of the Ronda Rousey book next. So, very exciting. We're finally going to do it. I'm sure we'll have lots of positive things to say about that wonderful human being. So, I can't wait.
Yeah. And then another Ronda watch along. Great.
We're all set. A month of content all lined up. I love it.
Amazing.
Great. Well, thank you all so much for listening. And remember, the truth will set you free.